show. He doing Tune In Radio. So if you following L Boogie on Facebook, he got a link to his radio show on Tune In. Go on Facebook and click on that. I think L Boogie name on Facebook is Alonzo something, man. Alonzo. He'll put his full name in the chat room, and y'all go on his Facebook page and check out the radio show. But he says we do music, clips, and then talk. Listen to the whole show, then tell me what you think, bro. I try L Boogie, man. I try, but man, Tune In. You can't. I don't know if you can skip ahead, because I don't really want to hear that propaganda trying to tell me the black folks in South Africa had it better during apartheid than they have it now. Because that's like telling me my grandmama had it better in the 50s. Let me tell you about my grandmother, right? My grandmother, she was born in 1930, right? My grandmother was born in 1930. So she graduated high school in 1948, right? Now, from 1948 to 1959, she was down in the Jim Crow South, right? My grandmother. She was working in the Jim Crow South. Now, let me tell y'all what Jim Crow was back during those days in South Carolina. After graduation, my grandmother had only one job available to her, and that's to be a domestic. Translation, that was to be a maid. Now, y'all seen the movie The Help, where you got a whole bunch of maids. You know what I'm saying? The movie's about a whole bunch of maids and dealing with the conditions in Jackson, Mississippi. Well, my grandmother lived in the same environment in rural South Carolina from 1948 to 1959 until she moved to New York City. Well, from 1948 to 1959, only job she had was a maid, right? Now, my mama told me the story the other day. They built this darn factory right around the corner from where my grandmother lived at in rural South Carolina. So she went to try to get a job at the factory because my grandmother in the 50s was only getting paid $3 a day. My grandmother was only getting paid $3 a day, working in some white lady's house, mopping her floors, cleaning her toilets. At the end of the week, my grandmother only had $15. Now, a slice of bread or a loaf of bread only cost 25 cents back in those days, but it's still only $15. You know what I'm saying? So, my grandmother tried to get the job at a factory. Now, the owners of the factory knew the people she worked for. So the people she worked for called the factory and told my grandmother, told the people told the management, do not hire my grandmother because we need her to work. We need her to work in our home. Yes, they did that. Now, my mother told me the names of all the white families calling that factory saying don't hire so-and-so. All those same family, those same families, like 5 or 6 families in the area where my family from. Matter of fact, I bought a truck from one of them. I bought a truck from one of the families, and he sold me a truck for $3,000 that was only worth $300. But that was my first truck. I didn't know any better because my cousin Obi vouched for him. Now, I did a show last year with my cousin Obi. If you a diehard Jungle Brothers fan, you remember my cousin Obi. He was on the show one day. Well, my cousin Obi vouched for that cracker, sold me that truck only worth $300, but he sold it to me for $3,000. We had to put another $7,000 into it. Well, that guy right there, his descendants, his ancestors, stopped my grandmother from getting paid $10, $12 a day. They prevented her from making $10, $12 a day so she could work in their home. So that was during the Jim Crow era. So you can't tell me If you tell me blacks had it better under Jim Crow than they do now, I tell you a damn lie. Apartheid is the same thing as Jim Crow and even worse. Even worse. Because the dawn is worse than Jim Crow because the white folks under Jim Crow had to still abide by a constitution. They couldn't come out looking like a brutal regime. You know, they couldn't come out and just blatantly disenfranchise folks. But in the South Africa apartheid, they was run by a brutal regime. They ain't had anybody to answer to. So you can't tell me, El Boogie, those folks had it better during apartheid than now. That's a little story about my grandmother back in the 50s. She moved to New York City in 1959, and the rest is history. That's why I'm from New York City, because my grandmother, she moved in 1959. Now, my grandmother moved back to the South. She moved back to the South in the early 2000s, right? But she did not go back to her hometown. She moved to Charleston. And about every other week, my aunt got to go pick her up because she would come down there and spend time with her family, her sister. But she would not live in that county because of what they did in the 50s, in the late 40s, during Jim Crow days. We go back in the chat room. I see some activity. Let me see here. At times, I gotta play a song. You know, this ain't WSME. We can play music. You know what I'm saying? Let me see here. Big L said, DJ Queen is my fine cuz from Chicago. Grego calling me the bridge burners. That's what we call real cast. Let's see here. We also have, she goes by the name of DJ Nunu. She rocking the X Squad banner. She formerly of MCDE, and she formerly of Real Cast, but she rocking the X Squad. But she got a great show on Spreaker.com. Everybody get up your seats and say what's up to the lovely DJ Nunu. What's up, DJ Nunu? She says, hey Jungle Queen K3000. She's saying what's up to everybody. Grego in the chat said 85 collapse sponsored by Real Cast. LOL. Burn bridges burn. Only Grego can think of that. You know, only Grego will call Real Cast Rangers bridge burners because that's what we do. Only Grego would tie the bridge going down and burn it to Real Cast Rangers. Only Grego. That's right, Greg. That's right, Gary G Money Joiner. Everybody, we got another Real Cast Ranger in the doing chat room. Goes by the name of Gary G Money Joiner. He the host of the Strictly Ghetto show and the Everyday People show here at Real Cast Ranger. Everybody get up your seat and say what's up to my homeboy, Gary G Money Joiner. Let me see here. Letitia saying, I heard you, Jungle Brother. Yeah, I ain't telling you to stay away from K3000. That ain't the one I'm telling you to check the label on. Tony Swift said, Jungle, several folks didn't know what kumquats. Don't chat moving. Okay, Tony Swift said, Jungle, several folks in the chat, Doug Stewart chat, didn't know what kumquats were. So I said, I'll bring something to TDSS3. Okay, that's what it is. You know, there's a whole bunch of folks in that chat room. They got big cowboy hats, but they don't got no cattle. They all hat, no cattle. How can you not know what kumquats are? Come on, man. How about Googling kumquats, son? Let me see who else in the chat room. Letitia Hunter saying, in response to me telling her to read the label on that Joker who got eyes for her. She says, I will shake that jungle if it is like that. K3000 saying what's up to Nunu, DJ Nunu. L Boogie, I call him L Boogie, his name, but he goes by Big L. He says, I don't know what kumquats are. I'm quite sure you don't. Big as L Boogie's forehead is, I'm quite sure you don't know what kumquats are. I'm quite sure you don't know what kumquats are, L Boogie. You being from LA. DJ Nunu says, you always come in my inbox. Much love, K3000. L Boogie says, in the chat room, that's our show. Play them. Then go in them. Give it a chance, bro. So tell me something, L Boogie. In 10 words or less, what did you say about that guy talking about black folks in South Africa had it better during apartheid than they have it now under the black regime? What did you say, Elba? Give me a little synopsis on what you said during your show. Okay, go on Facebook and search for Lorenzo Ketchum. That's L Boogie, Big L, and click on that link, and you will hear a show where the guy talking about little CIA propagandists talking about how black folks had it better during apartheid. And L Boogie, he supposedly, allegedly, went ham on old boy. So I might have to go back and check it out, man. K3000 saying what's up to G Money. Gary G Money Jordan said he representing Real Cast. K3000 telling G Money that's a good look. Letitia Hunter saying her grandmother was born in 1925. I got an aunt born in 1924. She's still living. 1924, she's still living. My granddad, he was born in 1922, and he passed in 2002. Let's see here. Damn, guess who stepped in the room? We got to doing architect of the recap show on Mondays. He also do some shows with WSME, the recap show. He also one half of the Eat, Sleep, and Grind, because that's what they do show. That was on yesterday, the great show yesterday on Spreaker.com. He goes by the name of the #1 Chief Rocker, Jersey Fern, represent S Squad. Man, let's say what's up to Chief Rocker, Jersey Fern. What's up, Jersey? What's up, Jersey? He said, damn, guess who stepped in the room? Kabow! Hey, man, I'll tell y'all right now, man, that damn, guess who stepped in the room? Kabow. That's tight right there, Chief Rocker. I can't lie, but that's tight right there, boy. Boom, guess who stepped in the room? Kabow! And he said with bass, too, boy. I like that, Chief Rocker. Hey, that's a good one right there, Chief Rocker. Go with that. Chief Rocker saying what's up to everybody. Let me see here. Big L, K3000 saying, Big L, throw your, I can't see his avatar. K3000 got it on iPhone, so they don't show his average in here. He's saying, what's up, pimp? Okay, L Boogie in the chat room, he says, if I would have kept listening, I would have heard that we agreed with the new South African president who giving the land back to the black Africans and the whites are crying over it. Okay. I mean, so I won't go back and check it out, man, because I like shows with content, and I keep up with what's going on internationally as well. So I won't go back and check that out, Big L. So yeah, the white folks, they stole land in South Africa from World War II. You know what I'm saying? They stole all of the minerals, the valuable minerals out of South Africa, diamonds and whatnot. The beers.